Well, you want to sell the $2,000 videos.
All right. And by the
and
way,
then the
right
email
now,
campaign.
I just clicked the recording button on us, just so you know we're now recording.
Okay.
And we'll use this as an example, what you and I are doing right now. I'm going to be able to see if I can, where I'm going to download this, and I'm going to see what it looks like in raw form. And then what I'll do is I'll give this to them in raw form. And you got to realize that these chairmen, they don't get paid I think what they're doing, I don't know how that works. I think it's more of a kind of like being on the board of a condominium association. It's, they don't charge anything. They don't get paid for that. And what they're doing is it's their job to recruit people to run for office, to sell them on running for office and getting that person who is really the person we want to work with is that person. So, at any rate, I'm doing it as what we're doing right now.
You're doing it just as a freebie sort of a thing to get them.
It's a freebie for me to get introduced into the community. And then when they're communicating with their people that are going to be running for office and they're sending them emails, and at the bottom there's a link to click for their talking points, then the person that might be running for office will click on that and they'll see that it's the markmccleskeydigital.com show, and for all your campaigning needs, please give me a call. You can find me on markmccleskeydigital.com. My phone number is 410-956-5050, and we have everything you need at the most affordable prices.
Well, I feel that a better video is the one that we already have online. If I had to tell you what video really is, it's entertainment. It's entertainment, whether it's...
I don't know what video you're referring to.
Well, the one that you go on your talking points about being a congressman, that's, to me, a more powerful video than this.
Oh,
this
yeah, that's
rag. I mean, I'm rag, you're rag, we're not, pumped up with, lipstick and Botox and all that other stuff. Effective video is an art.
But by the way, I thought I looked pretty good in those videos.
You always look good.
I'm not so sure about that, but
handsome. But you got to stay out of the sun is what you got to do. Now you're looking all right now, but my God, on that video with that hard ass Puerto Rican or something you got down there, I thought you might have had second-degree burns. You talk about my foot. I said, buddy, you got to be careful. You got to. Is this hair right here, right there? Is that okay? Is that what you had to have taken off by the doctors? You got to put suntan lotion on.
No, I see the dermatologist every 4 months.
Okay, good.
And every 4 months they look at stuff and they either freeze it off. They've gotten to where, like, when I see them again, only 4 months would have gone by of anything to grow, and then they burn it off. In the past, they were cutting things off, but now they're just burning things off.
But you were said, did you have a day in the sun or something when you did that restaurant?
Where I live is, there's about I'm going to say like a half a mile walk, or maybe it's a mile walk. So I walk down the beach, like the beach is 2.5 miles wide, and I'm in the middle of it. So I'll go in the middle and I walk all the way to the end, turn around and walk all the way to the end again and come back again. And so like that might be a 4 or 5 mile walk.
Might have been just flushing there. And yeah, because I hesitated to tell you, but it was so, it almost like puffed your, I said, maybe it's your girlfriend biting you. It's not where she's biting, right?
I don't have a girlfriend here. And then the other thing is that I walk down the beach about half a mile to 3/4 of a mile, and I get off the beach and on on the road and I walk just a little bit and I'm at the bank where I can do an ATM and get colones. So I walk to the bank. I don't have a car here. I walk to the bank.
You don't have a car. Oh.
I walk to the bank. I walk to those stores. There's 5 restaurants on the beach and 5 up the street. And there's a little grocery store up the street. And I have 2 taxi guys that I call. So if I need anything, I call my taxi guys. They come and get me and take me wherever I need to go. That's how I do it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's probably what it was. It was probably just an overflushed or something that you had been out because you were puffy. And I thought, man, I like I said, I've been that way since high school. I've been a suntan freak, and I had to have my couple things myself taken care of. But you know, I hesitated because you got the light eyes, and I have the light eyes, and that's how you know when you don't have the the protection of the dark-eyed women, which is the Costa Rican. And it's a big difference.
So tell me how would I sell the videos using this?
Well, like I said, I just think that the video world is there. That's why I spend so much time studying it. I'm a powerful marketeer. That's why I had to kind of cut off the buyer's agency. Is what I am well known for in the whole Annapolis area is the dramatic click rates and the creative. Now that goes from Carroll's Creek to Federal House and more. That's what everybody knows me by. That I know how to get people to dramatically take a click. Well, to get a sale, you got to have a click. Sometimes our prices are overpriced and we don't get to the actual sale. But my videos would be very effective. I don't like to sell rag videos like we're talking here right now. We're both kind of ragging it. I like to sell very polished videos that dramatically affect people's perception of you or something. And there's a skill to it. It's a very intuitive skill. It's very much like my ads that I did for Landmarks. They were very intuitive. And even Simplify, that, noted them, they're extraordinary. They were really considered to be closer to the higher end New York type of a feel.
I'm going to shut this door because they're cutting the yard out front.
But, we don't want to do videos. We don't want to do videos that are raggy. Like right now, the coloring isn't great. The lighting isn't right. It's, even the real life stories on TV, like the Kardashians and all, they're ragging, but they've got the makeup, the hair, the whole damn thing going. And I just feel like you should really focus on your Leadership Institute families if you want to, since there's something that are not in the price range of Rory, and not even notify him. I don't want you to be sharing my information to him. I don't feel comfortable in that sense.
I don't share your information with Rory.
Yeah. I don't want you to say, I'm going to call Leadership Rory for Pat. Don't mention it. Keep a total separate card there for me. People who will like me will likely not like him. And, I'm the,
Well, then, and then the other thing we have to be a little careful with is we can't send too many emails out one after the other.
Well, you don't want to, although in political campaigns, I sort of watch it myself. There's a rhyme and a rhythm to it. I followed when I was working at Landmarks, but again, that's very different. That's, fish houses and coupons. But I followed the YouTube when we were in really bad shape. And that's when Ron and I were like sitting there looking at each other. I hadn't come out of digital. I didn't come out of the restaurant industry. I didn't know how to jumpstart that area. And we were literally, before Dan, before you, before anybody, it was me and him. We were down to, are we going to have the money to turn the gas and electric on? And we followed YouTube. I followed YouTube and I studied it, and YouTube worked. And by the end of the month, for about 3 or 4 months, we literally had enough money to keep going. And that money.
What is following the YouTube mean?
Well, I followed Groupon, which is Groupon was sending me 4 a morning afternoon, evening, or, like 6, 12, 5, and 9 or 10 at night. And we were able to pull in about $4,000 to $5,000. Dan couldn't even believe it, a month in those dirty vouchers that I sold. But now the politicians, what we would factor with them is we have to do it again over 4 to 5 months. So it would be likely one a day. Now that's what these Maggie McIntoshes send me today. These are the gals in Baltimore and more. And in it, just cute little notes, fresh pictures, that kind of thing. But then at the last 10 days of the campaign, that's when you do the mad rush, and that's when you just pound them, and that's when you're at 4 or 5 a day. And in integration with, again, Mark, digital marketing works, but after 2.5 years of it, I know where it works and where it doesn't work. Okay, Sid Saab was not satisfied with us at all. As a matter of fact, he thought it was a scam. Okay, and he paid a reasonable amount of digital marketing. Stuart Pittman had more digital marketing than, was it Stuart Pittman or the other guy? I think it was the other guy. I can't think of his name right now, but he rushed out on digital marketing and he lost. Okay, so
he did what with digital marketing?
He rushed out. He must have spent $150,000 on it and lost the campaign. It wasn't Stewart. It was the other guy. And I'm drawing a blank right now on who it was. But
Pat, I find a lot of the things you say are not true. Like for instance, if you take a look at Bloomberg, the guy that was the mayor of New York City, right?
Who?
Bloomberg, the
yeah.
mayor of New York City. He spent, upwards to almost $1 billion.
Yes, he did.
In Virginia, using programmatic.
Yeah.
And
but that's the budget.
Turn the state from red.
This is the real digital marketing has to have big budgets. That's not our market. So once that isn't there, then the programmatic, because what happens, Mark, is to actually, and I did a lot of studies off the hook. I didn't do them actually for my graduate school. I did them, in some cases I did them for the military. But a lot of things happen in the world of media. One of which is the amount of times we have to see something before we click or act. And programmatic knows this. That's why to sell somebody 4 to 6 ads a day doesn't make it. Okay, this is all that people are getting, then I wouldn't go that direction, because to change someone's opinion, okay, that's why I recommend in our field, which is under $10,000, a balance of digital, because I want to sell simplify, but I want to sell it in tandem with what these people need. And that's what they need. They need constant, repetitive, interesting, factual, and most of all, entertaining videos. Okay, this is why Trump sells over other candidates. He entertains the crowd beautifully, and people love that entertainment piece because they then feel a comfort level and then a faith in him. All he does in many cases is entertain well. So you can't miss that part of it in these smaller primaries. We want to have people take the video with me, bring them in here and do not just a ragtag that we're doing now. We want to have them in your office doing the, and feeling like a movie star. People want to feel good. They want to feel they're going into a politics because they want to be on screen. They want to be popular. They want to be loved. All these things come in here. So we want to bring them in. We want to show them how fast we can do a green screen like you on your website. That will sell them, huh?
I have to take a small break right now to say that you're listening to markmccleskeydigitalshow.com, and for all your campaigning needs, we are the ones that will handle that for you at a low cost.
Yeah, but we want them to win. Okay, Pat Murphy has over 4 years in digital marketing, and she's had a lot of politicians. I did far more than Sid Saab. As I said, I was in New Mexico, I was in Texas on those campaigns. Digital marketing is in under $50,000. Digital marketing is a piece of that campaign. It must be, in my mind, mixed with email saturation, because what these people are going to get is a very comfortable level of video.
Well, we have to figure out a way to get their email, because the emails do not come in the voter roll. The voter roll, mostly all you're going to get is their name and their address. Occasionally you might get a phone number, and occasionally, even less so, you might get an email. That is all you wrote.
That wasn't the case with other states. Now, I don't know, but most people were comfortable with
what it is that you get what the voter gives you. When they're registering, if they only give you their name and address, that's the easiest.
Well, so we want to make sure that we can get.
That means that we need a relationship with I-365. They will pull that in.
Well, no, we don't have to have him. He's a competitor to me, Mark. See, that's, we have to be able to go in and get, we can, well, first of all, we have to get people who are interested. First of all, we're going to say to them, you have a voter registration list, have emails, ask them.
I know in Arundel County, that's all you get. So
what?
if we're telling somebody to come in and give us their voter roll, that's not going to be good enough. It's only going to be good enough for digital, for display ads. So what I have to do is I have a relationship already, 2 of them, in place with I-365. So I've got to make that phone call, because if we're going to work with people, we have to set up, we have to be able to give them everything they need, sliced and diced the way they need it, addresses, texts, emails, and that has to come from a company like I-365.
Okay, well, let's wait and see. Like I said, I'd like to be able to talk to somebody about the voter registration lists.
Well, I already did. I talked to Andrew. So
who?
Andrew.
And he said there was not enough emails.
That's all they got, was mostly addresses and names, which is great for display ads, because you're gonna geofence each one of those addresses.
Well, our rates were likely less than Joe's, so I don't know what he would have seen in Joe's proposal. After all, Simplify is a commodity. Joe has no benefit outside of Simplify. I felt more comfortable with Simplify after working with Joe. So I don't know what his comfort level was, other than deep pocket connections. I don't know.
I think Joe we've got a very impressive organization.
He's very, very expensive, and
all of them are.
Yeah, but that's what we are.
Even Pat Murphy Design is expensive when you look at what people are a little bit on the sticker shock thing, place even with any advertising, and the more valuable and the more pinpoint accurate the advertising is, the more it costs. That's just
but we're really looking at, like I said, I'll have to check out myself on the voter registration rules and see where what accessibility we can get to buy the emails.
Here's the short and long of it. Okay, through the years, people they sign up, they register to either they're Republican or they're Democrat, and they're going to do the least amount of work necessary. My name and my address. That's it. Oh, you can put your phone number in, you can put your email in, but most people don't want to put those 2 things in because they don't want to be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion.
Well,
after listening to Andrew.
I tell you, I have to get off the phone right now because I have to make a couple phone calls myself.
Would you go over and hit my AnyDesk right now and make sure I can get on AnyDesk?
Yeah, we'll do that right now.
How long are you going to be in the office in case I need to get back on?
I'm going to be here for a while. I have to do some training right now on some.
All right, well, just stay tuned for either my phone calls or.
Okay, you going on AnyDesk right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave this. It's not on there yet.
I know. I gotta put it on again. Hang on a second. All right, I'm doing it now, and I'm going to sign off here with us, okay?